welcome to Palooza Part 1. So, overwhelmingly, everybody wanted to see my palette stash, I guess. This is kind of like a stash status, only because this is going to be a multiple video sort of thing. We're calling it Palette Palooza, just because you know how I like to have names like that. So anyway, this is going to be part 1. The only way I can figure out to do this video in any semblance of a length of video that somebody will watch is to break it up into different sections. So this will be part 1. What I'm going to show you here is my Too Faced palettes and my Lorac palettes. Short disclaimer before I get into this, and I will probably put this disclaimer before the beginning of them. A, I love palettes. B, I make no apologies. C, I do 4 looks, 1 palette. That is one of the things that is unique to my channel, something that I started a long time ago. I have over 20 videos where I show 4 different looks that I've created with 1 palette. So I tend to buy palettes so that I have more palettes to do 4 looks, 1 palette with. 4 looks, 1 palette with. There you go. All right, let's get into it. We are going to start with the Too Faced palette, and I will start with what I have on my eyes today. And Marnie from Miss Gold Girl had made the suggestion that when I show the palettes, because I said I couldn't swatch them all, that would be crazy. She said, why don't you just show the color, spit it out, show the color that, or a couple colors that you like best within the palette. So that's what I'm going to do. This is the Too Faced Smokey Eye. This is the new one. I used to have the old one. I think I sold it or gave it away or something. I don't honestly know. At any rate, so this is what again, this is the new one. It has the little thing here, has the cards up here. These are the shades. I've not used this one as much as I had used the old one. So that's why I was like, you know what, I need to use this today. But by far, hands down, beyond a shadow of a doubt, my favorite color in here is Cloves. And that's what I have all over my lid today. Just looks like that. Look at that. Just gorgeous. You will see. I really like these. I used to buy every single one that came out, and then I was like, Kristin, let's dial it back. So I don't buy or have every one, but at any rate, I have Cloves all over my lid. I have this in the outer corner and beneath my lower lash line, and I also have Up in Smoke along my upper lash line, some of the black, but at any rate, I have that palette. Okay, the next one that I have, I have not purchased this in the new one, so it's still the ginormous size. And this is the Naked Eye. So these are more cool colors. Sorry, my baby wipes are in the way. These are more cool colors, and I do really like this one. My favorite colors in here are Lap Dance and Birthday Suit, which are this one and this one, and they look like that. Shocking, I'm sure that those are the 2 that I like. But in the buff is this one has a really nice all over the lid shade. I really like the quality of the Too Faced palettes, obviously, by the fact that I have a lot of them. Okay, moving on. Next one is the Too Faced Natural at Night. This one, while I like it, has a couple of shades that have a lot of the glitter in. That's just not my favorite. I don't like dealing with the glitter because for me it tends to fall out on my face. So I'm just going to show you. These are not my favorites. So I'm going to show you kind of the glitter that is in those top two of the bigger shades. So not my favorite by any means. I like it because it was kind of warmer colors. My Cocoa Star has broken a little bit, so I don't even know if I have. I guess probably Moonshine is my favorite shade in here, which is this one right in the middle. Looks like that. And looks like that. Very pretty. Yeah, definitely my favorite shade. All right, the next is the Too Faced Natural Eyes. This is probably my favorite of all of the Too Faced palettes that I have. And this is the new one. I used to have the old one. I gave that to my niece, I believe, last time she was here. I don't even know how to pick one of my favorite colors in this because I really love them all. But these are what the shades look like. And for those of you maybe that have never seen them in person, the old packaging, let's actually just say there are 3 different generations of packaging with these palettes. This is the old one that had a drawer beneath it. So this is the drawer, and in here there was a brush, and it made it really bulky. So that was the first generation. Second generation was more, not quite as tall, so they eliminated the drawer basically, but was still cardboard. And then this is the third generation, which is the metal. And I think they are all in metal now, to my knowledge. So, all right, back to the Natural Eyes. Those are the shades. I absolutely love every shade in here. I think probably the only one that would be iffy for me is the Chocolate Martini, which is the one that has kind of some gold glitters. That's what that looks like. But it's very smooth for one that has glitters in it, but the glitters do still stay there. They don't disappear. You can see that. All right, favorite color. I'm going to probably say Push Up, which is the one in the center. Right there. And right there. Just really, I don't think you can go wrong with these. I've shown that Natural Eyes in my favorites for sure. For certain. All right, the next one that I have, and all of these are permanent. This is the last one I have that's permanent in this sort of shape. And this one, apparently I've switched the thing around, is the Boudoir Eyes. So it looks like this. And this is keeps happening to me. Another chunk just fell out into my lap. The French tickler keeps breaking on me. But this is very nice, mauvey, purpley, taupey sort of palette. I don't, you know why I don't use it? Because this French tickler keeps breaking and then it makes a big mess. But you can tell that I definitely have used this. My favorite color is Lap Dance, which looks like that. All my favorite colors look the same. I don't know what to tell you. Another one of these shades that I like a lot, I thought I would just show you, is Voulez-Vous, I believe, which is right there. And it looks like that. Very pretty, eggplanty, browny. It's a multitude of colors. All right, so then the last one that I have in this sort of shape or whatever is one that was limited edition. And this is the Too Faced I almost drop it, a la mode eyes. I really like these colors. I wish that I would have worn this more in the summer. Just, you know, it just happens. The only one I have a little bit of an issue with is Saint Tropez, which is this one right here, because it has some definite sparkle to it. My favorite shade in here by far is Soleil, which is this one right here. I mean, look at that. That's one swipe. I mean, are you kidding me? So pretty. I really wish that I would have. I gotta break this out. Because these colors here can actually, you could definitely do, this was in summer, but you can definitely do some fall looks with that. Really pretty. Can we just look at that one more time? Do you see how there's like cranberry and bronze and all kinds of things? That's so pretty. I need to find a dupe for that. The one that you guys can get, because that was limited edition. Okay, the last Too Faced palette that I have is the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. I've done a 4 Looks 1 palette with this one. I think this is, I've not done a 4 Looks 1 palette with any of these. I could probably do it with this one. The other ones, I don't know. I'm sure I could. But I just haven't. I don't know why. And I know that I've been asked before to do it with this one. I just feel like the looks would be all so similar because they're all really in the same family of colors. But anyway. Okay, this is obviously the much talked about, much loved Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. I like this palette. It's versatile. I know that I'm in the minority as far as I'm not oohing and eyeing over it, but it's a nice palette. I will link any palettes that I talk about in these videos that I've done a 4 Looks 1 palette for, I will list below. But nice palette. This is perfect for fall. So if you have this, break this out. It's a good time. It's a good time to break it out. Oh, my favorite color in this. Probably, I have to line it up because of course this thing. Haute Chocolate. And what is this one up here? And Amaretto. So this one here, Haute Chocolate and Amaretto. I need to break this out again. I've got shadow all over my fingers. Very. Okay, so the next one, the other category or the other brand I want to do for you is Lorac. I believe that I have only a couple, well, only. I don't even know how many Lorac has. All I know is that these are the ones that I have. So the first one I have is the much beloved, I love this palette, the Unzipped palette. I've talked about this one a bunch. I have done a 4 Looks 1 palette with this one. These are the shades. I mean, I love a warm, bronzy shade, just in warm colors. I mean, if this just isn't that, I don't know what is. It's a great combination of shimmers and mattes. I think there are, I can't remember, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 mattes of the 10 shades, which is a nice and a good blending color here, a good crease color here for matte. Just stunning. Oh, my favorite shade, I don't even know. Probably Unattainable or Unbelievable. So these two right here look like that. And like that. Just, whoo, buddy. I love that palette. There are just some things in your collection that you would use every single day if it wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? All right, the next one that I have is the Lorac Pro To Go. I don't use this as much as I should, and it's a really nice little palette. So not only does it have the eyeshadow, well, okay, here's what it looks like. I'm doing the thing Kirsten hates where I open it and shut it. And then it opens up, you know, it can open up like this, but it's relatively compact, relatively. So on the back of this, or on the flip side, it has a bronzer and 2 blushes, which are both very nice. The blushes are both very nice, and the bronzer is nice. It's a little bit dark for me. And then it has these 6 shades right here. And believe it or not, you would probably think my favorite shade is Mink, but it's not. It's Chai. Ugh, good gravy. It's like that. What? Love it. So this is a great little palette to travel with, like for an overnight or something like that. It's just a really quick grab, and you know you're going to have everything in it as far as, you know, your whole face. And what I like about it is that this is a little bit dark for me for a transition color. This, what is it, Cafe, but it works. And then I can also kind of blend it with that matte cream. And you know me, I've got to have a matte cream. Have to, must have. Okay, then I of course have the Lorac Pro 2. I've done a 4 Looks 1 palette with this. And my favorite shades in this, it's a toss up between Rosé and Mocha. When I did the 4 Looks 1 palette, I kept calling it Rose, but it's clearly Rosé. Those are those two. And those 2 shades right there. I'm sure this is not the first time you've seen this, but if it is, the top row is matte and the bottom row is shimmer. And there are those 2 shades. Stunning. I feel like I should be picking shades that aren't so boring to tell you that they're my favorites, but I don't know what to tell you. And then the Lorac Pro, the original, and Pewter and Deep Purple are probably my favorite shades within this one. Excuse me. So Pewter and Deep Purple, although I also really like Garnet, which is those 3. Let's swatch those 3. You can see probably that Pewter has quite the little dip in it. I like taupe, okay? This is not a news flash. 1 swipe of each of those. So that's the Pewter, Garnet, and Deep Purple. I really like this. People have asked me which I would suggest, and I still say the original versus 2. I like 2, but for me anyway, if you're asking what my opinion, and again, it's what I would wear, I would say that one. And then the last one from Lorac that I have to show you, I just recently purchased. I haven't even shown in a haul yet. Maybe tomorrow, bonus Sunday haul, I'm not positive. But that is the Lorac Mega Pro. I haven't even looked at it. Well, no, that's not true. I've looked at it, but I haven't touched a single shade. So I can't speak to any favorites, but in case you have not seen it, top 20 are matte, bottom 20 are shimmer. And a glitter, that indigo, that one right here. Ooh, buddy, there's some serious glitter in that. I don't think any of the other shades in the Lorac Pros have glitter like that one has glitter. So that'll be interesting. This deep teal is just gorgeous. Look at that. What? All right, so that is Palooza Part 1. I hope that that was helpful in some way and kind of, I don't know. I just want to be sure that I'm bringing you things that are informative and not just, hey, look, here's some palettes I have. I don't know. Anyway, so as I said, on my eyes, I have the, I kind of showed you everything that's on my eyes already, so we won't repeat it. On my cheeks today, I have the Palladio blush in Berry, which looks like this. It's got some serious sheen to it, but I like it. And then on my lips today, my base is the same as it has been, of course. On my lips today, I have the Shiseido lipstick. It was a gift to me from Sandra. RD734. Looks like that. Really, I love this shade. Don't wear that often enough. And I think that's everything. I have some eyeliner and whatnot, but I'll list all that below. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed part 1, and I'll bring you part 2. Actually, let me know if you want these closer together, or if you want me to spread them out a couple weeks in between, or what your hopes and desires are for this series. All right, have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.